What is true is these new antipsychotics, and some are worse than others, cause metabolic syndrome. That is, weight gain, increased cholesterol, triglycerides, increased blood sugar, and sometimes frank diabetes. So we know we have an epidemic of obesity in North America. I just saw data that the number of cases of diabetes in the United States doubled from 2004 to 2013, and the percentage of citizens who were obese went from 20% to 30% in the last 10 years. And these drugs, for a known scientific fact, are contributing to this epidemic of obesity, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes. So that's a problem.
So these are dangerous drugs. They're addicting because they cause withdrawal effects when you try to quit them. That means they're addicting. Not that people like them.
Right.
I mean, nobody likes to take antipsychotics. You don't get a buzz. You don't get a high. So you don't like them. But when you stop them, then you have terrible adverse effects, from mania to insomnia to agitation to anxiety. So this huge dilemma exists. You're taking a drug that's toxic and you can't get off of it. You're addicted to a poison, just like cigarette smoking, you know. Most cigarette smokers want to quit. They don't like it, you know, but they feel so lousy when they're not smoking that they have to keep on with the poison. Voila, early death. Same way with the antipsychotics, early death. And it's causing disruption not just to the brain and nerves, it's also causing problems to the heart and other organ systems. So.
The ones that I'm worried about are the new antipsychotics like risperidone and olanzapine. The Prexa, these are the ones that I'm concerned about. They can cause brain damage, but worse than that, they do have major side effects. They cause obesity, increased diabetes, increased triglycerides, and increased cholesterol levels. They cause these terrible metabolic changes in patients. Many of our patients become fat and sick, totally unable to work.
Now the antipsychotic drugs, which are not really antipsychotic drugs, they're just lobotomizing drugs that are being given to some people for sleep, like Seroquel is being given to people for sleep, and Abilify and Latuda and Risperidone, Zyprexa, all of these drugs are very damaging to the brain. They virtually wreck a part of the brain called the basal ganglia. They cause a dreadful disorder, tardive dyskinesia. They're shortening the lifespan. We have evidence that people who are put on a lifetime dose of these antipsychotic drugs for whatever reason, whether it's to help you sleep at night or because that you're hallucinating and have a lot of problems, 20 years shortened lifespan. And we know some of the ways the lifespan's being shortened, because especially these newer antipsychotics, so-called second generation or atypical antipsychotics, they're even worse than the older ones in causing a metabolic syndrome. People get obese, they get diabetes, they get pancreatitis, they get elevated cholesterol, blood pressure is off. And then, since the drugs also cause heart arrhythmias and in combination with other drugs do even more cardiovascular damage, that's one of the ways in which people are having shortened lifespan on these drugs.